What's up, y'all? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. This is pretty much the title. Let me say this. I'm about to address the whole R.Kelly thing because I had enough and I had enough. And the only reason why they are pushing the whole R.Kelly thing, and I'm going to explain more of that when I do the video about R.Kelly and the selective outrage and why these bitches waited 25 to 30 years later to say something again. The only reason why they put all this R. Kelly shit out there in the media is to keep you distracted from Harvey Weinstein, dudes like Harvey Weinstein. Nobody, and these other quote unquote white males, and even quote unquote white females who are guilty of sexual misconduct, like you know, like Allison Mack. And the other sex crimes that have been committed in Hollywood with these Caucasians and these quote unquote white identified females like Asian Argento. You know what I'm saying? And these other ethnic women of color who are non-black either, like the California Assemblywoman Christina Garcia, who got a pussy pass recently. I'm going to discuss that in a later date. Hopefully by the end of the week. And it's like everybody wants to focus on R. Kelly, but nobody's talking about Harvey Weinstein. Well, how come nobody's doing a documentary about Harvey Weinstein? Brett Kavanaugh, Les Moonves, Stephen Collins, Woody Allen, Don Hewlett, Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Spacey. Why are you bitches not doing a documentary about these Caucasian males? And you got these bitches who are guilty of sex crimes too, like the California Assemblywoman, that wetback bitch, that fat wetback bitch, Christina Garcia. How come you not doing a documentary about her? How she got a pussy pass? How come you not doing a documentary about that Italian bitch, Asian Argento, who was guilty of raping, introducing and giving alcohol to a minor, Jimmy Bennett? How come you ain't talking about that shit? How come you ain't putting that Jewish dude who sexually assaulted Terry Crews? How come you ain't putting him on blast? The producer who Terry Crews worked for, who grabbed him by his genitals, but y'all had a bunch of fucking jokes and emasculated this brother. Yes, I cannot stand Terry Crews. He's a fucking coon. But we're talking about the principle of the matter. Terry Crews was a huge and I don't know if he is or not. He's a huge supporter of the Me Too movement. But y'all didn't come for him. Y'all didn't help him out. Y'all didn't stand by him. Y'all did not demand that the Jewish producer who sexually assaulted Terry Crews be, y'all didn't make no documentary about that. Y'all did not make a documentary about Maury Miller, who raped Aurora Prenu. And I'll say it again, Maury Miller, who's the kike rapist, who raped Maury Miller, the kike the kike rapist, punk, who raped Aurora Prenu, the Motogado chick, whose black, she has a black daddy named Harold Prenu, who, he played that role in The Best Man, at the time he had those locks, that dark-skinned brother. Y'all didn't slam Lena Dunham when she called her a liar and insulted the family. When she disrespected Aurora. Y'all didn't. There's no documentary about that. About Lena Dunham covering for her Jewish friend who's a goddamn rapist, and it's not the he's and she's not the and Aurora is not the only victim / survivor. Okay, you seen Michael Rappaport with his with his punk bitch racist misogynistic ass. Disrespect women of color. You seen Trump. How come nobody's doing a documentary about 45, Donald Trump, when he was bragging about sexually assaulting women and kissing them without their goddamn consent, and bragging about grabbing them by the pussy, and actually is guilty of rape and statutory rape? Why is there no documentary about that, folks? Where are you, Tarana Burke? Where the fuck you at? You Me Too bitches? Nobody's doing a documentary about Kevin Spacey. Nobody's doing a documentary about Les Bundes, Stephen Collins, Woody Allen, who's a well-known pedophile. All these other Caucasian males, these other so-called Jewish Caucasian males who call themselves Jews. These are the Caucasian males who work in Hollywood, who are guilty of homosexual pedophilia, of raping, and having sex cults and shit. Allison Mack, the Caucasian female who had a goddamn sex cult, but she got a pussy pass. Oh, I forgot, because she's white, and she's a white woman, quote unquote, a white woman, a quote unquote white female. I am so fucking pissed off with y'all Negro bitches, you dumbass black feminazis. Y'all are so goddamn scared of the goddamn colonizer male, and even the female more so, because you want to be in good graces. You think they're going to cater to you. You think they're going to dismantle white male patriarchy to benefit your dumb ass. They're not. The Caucasian female will always remain loyal to her male counterpart, no matter fucking what, and vice versa. So let me tell you, to you black men, and I, as much as I cannot stand Jamil Hill, I agree with her. Stay away from that Him Too movement. Stay away from men going their own way, black men. Stay away from that shit. Stay away from men's rights. The MRA community. Stay away from the MGTOW community. Him Too. The Him Too movement. That's not for quote-unquote black men. It's not for melanated men. It's not for men of color. It's not for black men. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck about us, my people. Y'all don't put your race first. You know what I'm saying? Harvey Weinstein gets another break. Another sexual allegation, another rape accusation, rape case, sexual harassment case, sexual assault case dismissed again for the umpteenth time. But y'all ain't outraged about that shit. Y'all want to focus on R.Kelly. Y'all knew who the fuck he was. Those parents, I mean, before I don't want to go far off too much into the subject of Harvey Weinstein versus Ashley Judd. How come there's no documentary and women coming forward to bury Harvey Weinstein, who should be in jail? But y'all want Cosby to be in jail for something he didn't do. The only thing he's guilty of is that he had an affair. How many Caucasian females and Caucasian males have stepped out on their spouses? But y'all let these motherfuckers, you let these Caucasian females tell y'all how to run your relationship. Y'all ain't outraged about Nicki Minaj with her Pookie and Ray Ray boyfriend, who's a goddamn sex offender, a goddamn rapist, a pedophile, who's a goddamn thug, a fucking murderer. Y'all ain't talking about Drake the mulatto. Y'all ain't talking about Drake right now. Y'all ain't talking about Drake. They may start talking about Drake soon. But there's no documentary on Drake with his pedophile punk ass. Y'all give him up. Y'all see, this is what pisses me off about us. We got selective outrage. If we like somebody, if somebody is a celebrity and it's got status, got good looks, fame and money, and perceived power, if we like them, we give them a pass until they're a has-been, or even if they're a has-been, we still give them a pass until y'all have a change of heart, until y'all see the fucking light. I am so tired of the selective outrage. Oh, how come there's no documentary about Charlie Sheen, who's quote unquote white identified? He's Hispanic. He's Latino. Y'all didn't talk about that shit. How come you ain't talking about Ben Roethlisberger, who was accused of rape twice in the NFL and still playing? Josh Brown. How come there's no documentary about these other Caucasian males and these Caucasian females? You had a politician in Kansas. Her name is Audrey Ramsey, I think, who is guilty of sexual misconduct and accused of it. How come there's no documentary about these Caucasian female celebrities? How come there's no documentaries of these Caucasian female politicians or just female politicians in general? How come that's not called out? Why is that not addressed by people? People, period. How come there's no outrage about that? Nobody's talking about Allison Mack, Asia Argento. Nobody's talking about Jamie Lanier, who practically did the same thing as Asia Argento. You know what I'm saying? She drugged, seduced, and gave a minor alcohol. And this dude was a teenager at the time. I think it was Anthony Oliver, his name. And he came forward. And guess what? There's a they didn't want to do shit. But Harvey Weinstein's going to get a pass. Let me play the clip. And her is going to pass. All these other Caucasian males and females are going to get a fucking pass for statute of limitations. But how come that don't apply to Cosby if he's guilty, which we know he's not? No. We know he's innocent, right?
Actress Ashley Judd suing Harvey Weinstein, claiming he tried to destroy her acting career after she rebuffed his sexual advances. Judd is one of the first women to publicly accuse the disgraced film mogul of sexual misconduct. The lawsuit alleges the director of Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, told a New Zealand publication Weinstein dissuaded him from casting Judd. That came about a year after the actress says she rejected Weinstein's advances. Spokesman for Weinstein says he championed her work and repeatedly approved her casting, adding he is looking forward to a vigorous defense of these claims.
Now, let me finish this video because I gotta clock in. This is what pisses me off. All these Caucasians who are accused, guilty or not, how come they're not getting the electric chair like Bill Cosby? And they try to do that with Jamie Foxx, Michael Jackson back in the day when he was alive, Anthony Anderson, the other black men, and that black politician. I don't remember his name. Harvey Your World, aka Harvey Superboy, addressed that. But it seems like Me Too has a witch hunt for black men. And just the world just wants to make black men sexual predators, but at the same time, they want to demonize black women to be unattractive, especially dark-skinned black women to be unattractive and nasty and ratchet and ghetto. And also fetishize her. But at the same time, they want to fetishize black men as those mendingos, walking dicks. And we as the people fall for that bullshit. And I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? All the fucking time. And then you got these quote-unquote white female teachers having inappropriate relationships with these male students and sometimes these female students. Okay? You got these Caucasian females raping black boys and some black girls, but mainly black boys. But that don't get talked about. Nobody talks about how these black boys go into these basketball camps, these football camps, and these summer camps are playing sports mainly, where they're getting sexually abused. And these children getting sexually abused by both Caucasians, male and females. You know what I'm saying? You got our children, black boys and black girls getting sexually assaulted and raped, molested. But that don't get talked about when you put them in these schools. But y'all want to talk about Cosby. Y'all have an issue with Cosby because he criticized us back in 2004. But wait a minute, you're gonna give Denzel, who's a goddamn coon, who said coon shit. Don't blame the white man. Don't blame the system. When we should blame the system for our goddamn condition, and we should hold these coons accountable for throwing us underneath the goddamn bus. Steve Harvey too, insulting that black man over a disagreement about an NBA Finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors, saying enjoy your brown glass of water, and making fun of those individuals, those people in Flint, Michigan, who can't get no clean drinking water and are suffering. Y'all ain't mad about that. You ain't mad about Travis Scott, with his coon ass saying Mac Brown deserved to die and racially victim blaming him. Oh, I forgot. As long as they can sing and dance and make you laugh and be a black face in a high place, it's okay. As long as they don't criticize us. But somebody who's conscious and awake and woke calls out bullshit and holds motherfuckers accountable across the damn board and don't give a fuck who you are, man and woman and child. Oh, you have an issue with black folks like me. You have an issue when I talk about Caucasian females. But it's okay to talk about black women online. Y'all can talk about white males, you know, online in the media, but you can't talk about quote unquote white females. You know what I'm saying? You cannot call out bullshit with these Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? But Caucasians can talk shit about black men on social media and in mainstream media. Black women can be criticized on social media. But you know, you can't talk about Caucasian females on mainstream media and on social media. You can talk about quote unquote Caucasian males. You can talk about quote unquote white males, these Caucasian males, and criticize them, but they're not going to take you seriously because they still control the narrative, and we keep financing our fucking oppression. Y'all don't want to boycott. Y'all have no damn pride. You have that Caucasian male who's in prison for that gymnastics scandal of raping those girls, molesting those girls, sexually abusing them for all these years. Some of them are telling the truth and some of them are lying, some of them are full of shit. But that's besides the point. But y'all ain't slamming him. You ain't slamming his wife who's in on it too. You know what I'm saying? Black people, our priority is fucked up. I said people were fucked up. We forgive the wrong folks. You know what I'm saying? We have selective outrage. We have women who are rapists, sex offenders, pedophiles, but you know, you want to sweep that under the rug. As you know, just women in general. But when it comes to men, specifically black men, oh, just put us on blast, even though you don't have all the facts. And then you find out we're innocent, and then y'all don't want to apologize. You have too many black men who are wrongfully convicted, and incarcerated, and falsely arrested and murdered due to a lie of a Caucasian female. You recognize that? My thing, if we're not gonna go by statute of limitations, then arrest that bitch, Caroline Bryant Dunham. Arrest Teresa Klein for for abusing and terrorizing and trying to use the police as a weapon against Jeremiah Harvey. Y'all should slam Lynn Cross, who's a white female teacher and who sexually abused and raped her black foster son. You had another Caucasian female who's a social worker who molested and sexually abused another child, another boy. Y'all ain't mad about that though. Y'all hopeless as hell. I'm out. Peace.